established in one of the most haunted cities, Providence, Rhode Island, and now based in Louisville, Kentucky, the home of unbridled spirits. Our network continues to grow along with our archive of compelling evidence from the other side.
Many things about the afterlife are unexplained, so count on Network to report back from the outer limits where restless spirits linger.
Tonight we're going to be investigating Eastern Cemetery in Louisville, Kentucky. This here behind us is the more famous cemetery adjacent to it, Cave Hill. Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
You look like you just got off a graveyard shift.
I did, as a matter of fact. Nice to meet you.
My name's Stevie. I'm a paranormal investigator with the Haunted Network.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Eastern Cemetery before?
I have, in fact, yes. It's a great place to wander around and be left alone. Secluded, but in the middle of the city. Is it 27 some odd acres? Something like that.
What kind of activity have you noticed going on there? Has it been co-opted by members of the occult or vandalism?
That's really hard to say. Well, vandalism, yes. Unfortunately, as far as the occult activity, I hate to lean into the satanic panic of the 90s and all that, but yeah, there are signs of graffiti and things.
Having been to Eastern Cemetery so many times before, are you a believer?
Being that I do work at a cemetery, I've kind of chosen to shut that part of my brain off. I try not to think about it because I gotta be in a cemetery all day. Condemned for being the most overburied graveyard in the U.S., this abandoned site met its demise after a worker admitted to the ceremonial malpractice going on underground. In 1989, the Courier-Journal reported that those mismanaging the plots were indicted on 60 charges, including the abuse of corpses and reuse of graves. The fact that it is in the shadow of the pristine Cave Hill Cemetery next door, it's a disparity exposing the class warfare that permeated this region's turbulent civil rights history. Walking around, it's hard not to feel sorrow and mourn for those buried at Eastern, especially the ones who are dehumanized to the level of being denied a grave marker. Tonight we're in present-day Louisville, Kentucky, investigating Eastern Cemetery. We got Tony, Corey doing their first investigation with us, and Gizmo behind the camera. Come on, network. Alright, so we have arrived at Eastern Cemetery, and it's a very spooky cemetery. You have to really look where you're stepping, everywhere you step. Some of it seems to be neglected, and I'm seeing some 1890s and earlier graves, so really looking forward to tonight's investigation.
There's a lot of stones that are kind of underneath brush at this point. Really easy to miss, so we're doing our best not to step on the graves.
Yeah, we gotta watch out for these after dark. Like, these are right off the path right here. Always gotta be on the lookout when you're a paranormal investigator.
There's an estimated 50,000 bodies buried here when there was only originally 16,000 plots available.
You can see how weathered those rocks are.
Yeah, it's just like
It's not in the...
knocked over. Ooh, I'll capture the sunset.
Who has the compass? Oh, it's on here.
So there were graves being resold and bodies being buried on top of bodies here. What's this back here?
Crematorium.
Could be.
Radioactive.
Wow, that tree over there. That is cool.
Where?
It's very pretty. Now as the sun begins to set here at Eastern Cemetery, it's getting very eerie around these parts.
Some broken pieces that people set back onto the tombstone.
It's a very foggy, still night here at Eastern Cemetery. Are there any spirits here who would like to speak with us? I think I'm hearing lots of animals.
What was that? Sounded like someone speaking this way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say let's keep moving further back as to debunk that we're not just hearing people out on the street that way.
Oh.
What was that?
Oh.
What was that?
Listening back, one might hear the breaking of a branch followed by a voice, something that has different meanings throughout folklore. However, given the history of this burial ground, could it be that what we heard was the crack of a whip followed by a cry for help? A slave struggle many years ago could definitely cause this kind of hyper-energetic debris to remain.
I definitely hear a pitter-patter.
I thought I just heard footsteps.
Me too.
Can you please manifest yourself? You can speak into this microphone. How is it you can communicate with us? I think it's just us in the cemetery at the moment. Wow, that statue is missing its head.
I'm gonna get a close-up of that. You wanna walk over with me?
Yeah. Wow.
Still at 0.5.
Perfect. So we have something going off here. So
Yeah, it's been at 0 the whole time too.
we're gonna go ahead and start using the spirit box. So Corey's had multiple spikes on the EMF detector, and we are attempting a spirit box session. However, it is currently malfunctioning. What is this light flashing out that way, you see? What is that out there? Can you...
I just saw that, yeah.
You see it up in the tree?
Yeah, I see it flickering.
Your name?
It's picking up too much. Maybe switch back to AM.
Graham? Did you say your name is Graham? 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 This spirit voice is hands down one of the best recordings we've ever captured. Graham's energy, speaking his name multiple times during our investigation, had us blown away. First of all, this is one of our best ever recordings because we were able to identify it as the spirit of Howard Graham, a local trucker who died suddenly in 1952 by falling down his stairs, only to be buried here without a grave marker. What also makes this recording incredible is the fact that the spirit voice saying hurt and fall was only picked up on one of the two microphones we had rolling. This is such incredible evidence that we did not hear in the moment, but only during playback, which is actually a baffling anomaly experienced by paranormal investigators the world around. We learned during season 1 that spirits can manipulate audio equipment in so many mysterious ways, and this has season 2 taking things to a whole nother level.
It hasn't done this in other investigations.
Yeah, it was at 0 the whole time up until this point, and now it just keeps going up.
Did you say your name was Graham? Nickel? There's like an airplane or something flying by. Ralph!
Whoa. What was that?
What is that?
What? What do you see?
How can you communicate with us through this device? Where do you live?
Part?
I have certain parties.
I heard parties and lights.
That too.
What year did you live?
You know, it's interesting it said parties and lights because just a minute ago me and Corey were asking about like the flashing lights we saw back there and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they communicate through light and sound. Okay. Well, thank you for communicating with us today. Can you please let us know what your name is and what your profession was? You worked in a Sunday school? Farmer?
definitely thought I saw like a rabbit run or something. Yeah, I'm not sure.
As the haphazard darkness surrounding us made us eager to leave, it's a good thing we did soon, because on the way out we recorded our 2 scariest recordings yet. The spirits demanding us to run away and get out. Run away? Run away?
Established in one of the most haunted cities, Providence, Rhode Island, and now based in Louisville, Kentucky, the home of unbridled spirits. Our network continues to grow along with our archive of compelling evidence from the other side.
Many things about the afterlife are unexplained, so count on to report back from the outer limits where restless spirits linger.